Hey everyone, Allison Gardner here, back for my follow-up tip of what to do when discouragement seems to get the best of you. As I talked about in my last video, if we're not actively seeing results from our action steps, it can get really discouraging because our brain isn't seeing any improvement, so it starts asking, what's the point? And so the tip that I want to teach you about today is the idea that discouragement does not equal martyrdom. You're probably going, what? Now, I don't know if you've ever noticed this before, but when your brain starts getting discouraged, it starts telling you a story, making the discouragement even worse. All of these negative voices in your head pop up and start shouting louder. You're never gonna make it. Why are you even trying? All of your effort, you're getting up so early, you're going to bed late, you're doing all of this stuff and it's not paying off. And nobody likes you anyway, and you're stressed out all the time. And these voices just get louder and louder, piling on this story that your life is so hard and you're so miserable and this is so awful and you have it worse than anybody else. I've heard these voices in my head trying to convince me that my efforts are pointless, futile, they're never going to get me anywhere, and I should just quit. I just need to give up because no one else has ever had this hard of a time. And so everybody else is just successful by magic. You've heard all of those commercials that say, do this one thing and you're going to magically get better sales. Do this one thing and you're going to get millionaire clients. Or do this one thing. I feel like that's sort of the marketing theme right now, is do this one thing to change everything. But ultimately, you're the one that has to change for things to change. For your life to change, you have to be willing to change. And that takes getting up every morning and doing your action steps and trying again. I think about different actors or different people who worked to make a difference in their own lives, who wanted change in their own lives. Jim Carrey is one. He worked for 5 years before he was able to cash a check he wrote to himself 5 years before. He had to keep working and working and working. Denzel Washington started on Broadway, failed horribly on Broadway, and had to just keep going back and back and back until he was finally able to get his breakthrough role. The thing about most people, and also Thomas Edison is a wonderful example, whose famous quote is, I didn't fail 1,000 times, I just found 1,000 ways not to make a successful light bulb. Or something close to that effect. The thing is we generally only hear about famous breakthroughs or famous people after they've made their breakthrough. The same thing is true for us. It takes consistency and it takes hard work to keep tweaking the little things and making the little changes for us to see the big difference. And so how do we cut these voices off? How do we remember that this is just part of life and that our success is still coming? Well, we start writing down the negative thoughts to see what they really are. Write them all out and realize, do you really feel that way? Or is that just outside noise trying to overwhelm you and trying to increase your discouragement? Second, start thinking about the breakthroughs you've already made. This is when it's really helpful to start tracking your successes. What good things have happened? For me, hitting 30 YouTube subscribers was one of my first big business goals. And so even though progress may seem slow sometimes, I can look back and see where I started, see where I got, and realize that change is still coming. One of the reasons that it's so important to write down your goals and track your goals is so that you see your progress, that when they happen, take those pieces of paper that you've written your goal down on and keep them in a safe place so that when you're feeling frustrated, when it feels like nothing is going to happen or ever will happen, you can look back and realize that 5 awesome things did just happen. These are the ways that you cut martyrdom out of your life. And having positive dialogue in your head, being able to counteract the negative by being able to say, you know what? I am this, and I am powerful, and I do matter, and I do make a difference. Start coming up with things that you can feel are true, that you fully embrace, so that when those negative voices come yelling and shouting at you, you can respond, not with go away, not with you're such a liar, but just with truth. Because when you combat lies with truth, you pull yourself out of that negative state and you raise your vibration, because truth has a higher vibration than lies. So you pull yourself out of that negativity and you raise yourself to a new place of positivity and light. That doesn't mean it's going to magically be easier, but it does mean that you'll have a lot more strength and positivity to notice when good things come. Because I promise, as you keep waking up every morning, you keep looking at your goal, you keep working and trying, you are getting closer to it. And good things have a way of sort of appearing, even if we don't see them coming. So keep working, because you never know when that wonderful thing will appear and the amazing person that you become while you work towards that moment. Please like and comment below. So excited to hear the amazing things that are happening in your life. And when you like, comment, and subscribe, that tells YouTube that this is awesome content and that more people should see it. So it shows up and suggests to more people. So we spread the word of joy, light, hope, and encouragement for change. And I'll see you guys on the flip side, towards the brighter side of life. Bye!